Good morning. This is June the 3rd. June 3rd, 2019. Ooh, I just realized! June 3rd, the day us crippled people get our big monthly government check. And we sing, it's the 3rd of the month, it's the 3rd of the month. Hot diggity, it's the 3rd of the month. Hey, on a serious note, this will be the first of probably a monthly installment where I talk about my monthly Mpge. Now, what is Mpge? This is for my 2015 Chevy Volt, by the way, in case you're wondering. But what is Mpge? The EPA calculates that 33.7 kilowatt hours of electricity is the equivalent to 1 gallon of gas. So an electric or hybrid vehicle that uses 29 kilowatt hours per 100 miles will get a combined 115 Mpge rating. To me, that sounds like gobbledygook. It could be I'm just so dumb that I get what they're saying. I know about kilowatt hours. I know what electricity is, even in Arkansas. It seems like something hard to calculate. And why a lot of people get confused on electric cars Mpge. By law, your miles per gallon has to be listed on the sticker of new cars, and the Mpge has to be listed on the sticker of electric cars. I'm not sure about hybrids. Okay, so I came up with my own definition of Mpge. And somebody in the Vote Owners page, or Spark Owners page on Facebook, can't remember which one, they said, please change it and don't call it Mpge. That's already taken. Well, my imagination is not big enough to come up with something new. So if you can, let me know. They suggested I call it Fink's equivalent. I'm not calling it that. So anyway, my definition of Mpge that I came up with for these calculations. Mpge is the point where a gas car would cost the same as that particular electric car on that same trip and in that same time and space. The national average of 25 miles per gallon is used for the gas car comparison. All calculations are based on the user's own cost. Therefore, a person's Mpge will be different if in California rather than Arkansas because the costs involved are not the same. Now, that's the best I could do. You get somebody smarter than me, you can come up with a much better definition, I'm sure. And I may tweak it, when somebody smarter chimes in on the comment section of this video. Basically, if I get 50, 52, 53 Mpge in my vote, that's about the same as a Prius. If I get 52 Mpge, that means a car that got 52 Mpge, a gas car, would cost exactly the same as my vote did on that trip. Okay, now, let's look at a typical Mpge and how I calculate this. Okay, let's say it's June 2nd, 2019, as you see here on the left. The top is EV, the bottom is ICE, internal combustion engine. Now, in Northeast Arkansas, Paragould, it costs 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour for electricity. The kilowatt hours I used for this trip were 10.2. That's 66 cents in electricity. 50 miles was the total miles driven. You'll see in the lower right hand corner, EV miles 45. So that's 5 miles using the generator, the gas. 0.2 gallons of gas was used. You see that. And that's 59 cents at our cost, in this area. What I paid the last time I filled up. And I changed that, because right now it's $2.93 a gallon. Every time I fill up, as it goes up and down, I change that part of the formula. So 59 cents in gas, $1.25 total cost. 2 cents a mile. A gas car is below that, 9 cents a mile. Now look back at the EV, 40 miles per dollar. I can go 40 miles for every dollar I spent on this trip. And the gas car, I could only go 8.5 miles for every dollar. Total Mpge, 117.3. So on this trip, if a car would have gotten 117.4 or more, miles per gallon, a gas car, it would have cost less than it cost me for this trip. Alright, now let's look at the results for May. The best we did for May was 280.6 Mpge. And of course, here's the thing. The more you drive in electric mode, the more electric range you have, the higher your Mpge is going to be because electricity is so freaking cheap compared to gas. Once the gas engine kicks on, I discovered this month, and I've got a video about this, where when I was going 74 miles an hour, I got 36, 37, 38 miles per gallon. So, anyway, I never calculate for this. I never calculate for these formulas anything less than 20 miles. I just don't do it. Even though I have no maximum. If I want to trip 800 miles, I'd calculate that 800 miles. So in May, the best we do is 280.6 mpge. It had to be all electric and probably close to 40 miles. The average is 127.2. That's our average mpge, 127.2. So if you got a car out there, a gas car that goes 130 miles to the gallon, you did better than me this month. If you look down here at this 43, that 43 was a trip to Memphis. Went to Memphis and back. It was around 160 or 170 miles. I got a video on that too. That was the first time I got this car up to 34 miles per gallon. Now going to Memphis and back from Paragould, Arkansas, 43 mpge. A Prius would have been cheaper to drive that day than my car. You know, so I'll give the Prius owners that, and I'll give the EV haters that. Of course, EV haters also hate Priuses. You know, it's in their blood. So, you know, if you go further, if you go far enough, then there are cars out there that are more economical than my Chevy Volt. No doubt about it. Now, a lot of people would say, yeah, but it's a Prius. I'm one of the few, I actually like Priuses. I think a Prius is a nice car. I had a 2013 and my only problem was the road noise. Inside the car was very loud. But I think they may have fixed that since then. Anyway, so there you go. I've gotten anywhere from 280.6 to 43. Average 127.2. I'm going to keep this short. I am a master at taking the simple and making it complex. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. I hope that's not what I did here. I understand it. Hopefully you do too. You know, but when it's left to me to explain something, I don't know. Alright, you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and remember, chicks dig scars on electric cars. Thanks a lot.